it the whole first time. Forgot about it.
Yeah, that's what hurt.
So, yeah, that was lackluster.
Man, that's cool, man.
But really, the two heals had it, I think. You know, it's just all the dying and shit. Set him back. Because with 3 heals, there was plenty. More than we needed. Which was making up for, yeah, you know, and I didn't get to heal on that when you run through the ring 3 times and you get the haste buff. That was badass on Shadow. But look at me, I'm healing the monster. It didn't work. I don't know what to do. Let me go back to Shadow. Rotation. Not working. Now I can go back.
I can check the rings. How many rings we went through the last?
Oh, it's a week or just announce it.
Oh, it's a week or.
Yeah, there's a week or that'll announce it.
I didn't think I hit everything.
Yeah, I want to know how many. Yeah. I want to know how many I did compared to you.
I get right.
Reggie, you know what to do?
Set. Oh, hold on. Thank you.
No epic time. I don't think I'll ever do it.
Enchantment LOL. Myth, it seems like you're pretty keen on the fights. So, do you think you could run down this one for us?
Alright, good talk. Where'd we go? Probably muted.
Healer fight with a shorten. Welcome
Alright,
to a
healers, do you
TLDR
guys know how
cat guide
this,
for
this
Balrog.
fight
Pataxia always wanted to be
kinda
the
works?
girthiest
Have you guys
player
seen
in
it
Raid.
before?
Balrog has one phase and is mainly a healer fight with a shortened range.
know what to do
The main
for the heal
tank
buff?
gets stacks of blazing
You guys hear
glory
me?
about every 10 seconds, increasing health
Okay.
and physical
Yeah.
damage taken and
I hear
increasing
you.
boss
The
damage to
healers
compensate.
are not
Every 1
answering.
minute, Blades of Balrog empowers his melee hits for 15 seconds,
so
replacing his physical damage with either fire or shadow.
healers-
Decimation Blade deals
I
90%
think-
of the tank's max health
Yeah,
with shadow
fine.
damage every hit, so
don't know
healers
who's
need to
gonna
pump
do
those
it, either
numbers to
Mitch
top them
or
up between
Linda.
each one, and this can't be mitigated or avoided, so be a good little tank
But
and take it. Inferno
you're
Blade
gonna
makes
start
him deal
off,
heavy fire damage each swing, so pop a defensive or get an external
when,
to take the edge off.
Crystal
Either
comes
use
out
one
and
tank if they
DPS
can keep
start
up with all the damage,
rotating
or
in
take
and out
two
of it,
and have
heals
one only
have,
take the
has to
Decimation
be,
Blade so
one of the
healers
healers
can
has
keep
to
up.
be
For DPS, Shards of
focusing
Torment need
people
to
on
be
the
soaked,
crystals, so
although
they
they're
get a buff,
constant
healing
rate
buff,
damage, so if there's no one for the
and that
Shards to
healing
suck on,
buff,
you'll probably
later
overall
on,
die. While
they'll
soaking, you
switch to
take
the
ramping
tank
damage, so you
and
can't soak
only heal
forever,
the
so have
tank
another DPS tag in to
and
get
other
sucked
people
until it
on
ends.
doing
For healers,
crystals,
healing
because,
players while they're soaking gives you spark
if you
stacks,
heal
and
anyone
healing the
else,
tank
you
converts
lose
them
that
into a
healer
flame
buff that
buff,
you get,
increasing
and
your
you
tank
need it to
healing so
keep
it
the
doesn't
tank
feel
alive
like you're pissing on a
because the
bushfire.
tank's health keeps going up and up and up, and eventually your regular healers aren't going to be able to keep up.
After the suck, you get a
Yeah, that's
debuff,
why it's
increasing
important.
damage taken
If
and
you as a
reducing
healer,
healing
you're
done,
doing
so
the
healers
stacks,
don't touch
you
the
don't heal
shards, but if
anyone
you
else
do get
but
it,
the
you're gonna
tank.
have a bad
And,
time. On Heroic, the
crystals.
debuff can spread like COVID, so mark an area and move away from the group until it drops off. You also get
Really,
killed
this is
down,
just a
linking two
healer-dependent
blown
fight,
up,
other than
one while
the
you
tank
move,
taking the
healing tormented
decimation
player,
blades.
one
but
healer on the main tank and the
the
rest healing,
decimation
one healer on
blades,
the main
they
tank and the
do
rest healing tormented players.
90%
DPS
of
soak the
tank
shards
health,
as long as you can,
and
so
that's
healers
why
can get
you
many
need
spark
that healing
stacks,
buff.
making sure the next soaker is in the shard before you
yeah,
leave.
just
The healer
kinda
with the higher
explaining,
stacks then swaps to heal the
fight
tank
fast,
during Blades of
you do
Balrog. Then when the
great
flame buff
occasion.
drops, go back to healing tormented
I did my
players to
best.
regain spark stacks. On Heroic, make a designated area for tormented
Does
players.
DBM
with
announce,
range to-
where
I have
is it?
seen tank perspective mostly.
so they don't spread it around, and the DPS check is pretty high, so if you
I
have
was
two
just playing
tanks,
the
you
heals,
might not
so
drop
I
one.
don't know
And that's it for
how the
Balrog.
heals work.
Congrats on your kill.
Oh, okay, so yeah, so those crystals, whenever someone is on the crystal, they'll get like a debuff or whatever, and you need to be healing them. You guys need to decide which person wants to be the tank healer and which one's going to be the raid, because once that one healer starts healing the people on the crystals, they can only heal those people on the crystals and the tanks. Because if they heal anyone else, they'll lose the buff they get from healing people on the crystals. And you want to get that the buff that you get from the crystals past like 60 stacks. That's like a good amount of stacks. If you get more than that, then cool. But you would probably run out of mana trying to spam to get those stacks up. So try not to burn too much mana. But they can only be direct heals that give you that buff. So you can't use dots to gain stacks. It has to be direct heals. So I think for druids, the fast small heals like regrowth or something. I'm not really sure.
Also,
Only
healers
small fast heals.
healers never want to be near a crystal because if you get hit by it once, it's going to give you a debuff that reduces healing by half.
Oh, I don't know, but it has to be a direct like casted heal on the person to get
Nando's
stacks,
has earned the
and
achievement
those stacks
two-timer.
are important to get up. But whichever what do you call it, heal is fastest, that lets you stack up the stacks without losing your mana
I'll do
completely.
crystal
So.
slash tank since I have so many dirty tricks for it.
Does Brazen, do you know if Decimation Blade is that going to pop up on DBM when he's about to do it?
Plus
Yeah,
ability is
yeah,
cheap.
it will. But it's after every 2 Inferno Blades, so I can try to call it out, but
Okay, so it'll always be 2 Inferno Blades, then Decimation.
yeah.
Don't the healers
Okay.
have to swap because one's doing crystals, one's doing tank, and then vice versa?
No, so when crystals first come out, since Linda's gonna do it, Myth is gonna be focusing on healing tanks and the whole raid while she's healing the people on the crystals, and then after she gets to those stacks, it's probably once she gets past once she gets to 60 or past 60, she wants to switch on the tanks only and people doing.
Hey guys, I'm
I gotcha.
Jordy, and this is your guide to the.
Handle the rest of the raid after that, because you'll have no business healing tank, because his heals won't do
Balrog
anything
has
to the
about
tank.
196 million HP.
Are we doing 2 tanks or 1 tank?
And has a pretty tight range timer of 6
I
minutes.
think it's better
So your
if we
DPS needs to
do
really pump to
one
finish him off
tank,
on time.
because
On GTR and near
I know,
Abyss, we often reach the enraged
Say that
and
again?
finished him off
What
just
boss are you?
after with some kiting.
Balrog.
keep hard.
Who's
Okay,
that, Ionic?
first we'll talk about the shards of torment.
Yeah, I was gonna
25
try to
these things
let them try
spawn
the
in pairs,
strat you were doing
one in ranged
with us
and one
yesterday,
in
where
always near a player.
we
Now,
sent the
these
DK to
crystals are
take
brimming with
as much
dangerous energy and
crystal
need to
stacks as
always
possible,
have
not
a player
all of them,
standing nearby
and
to soak
our
into the energy that
one healer
emits,
just
which
heals
keep
them the whole
this,
time.
because if they don't, they will explode and wreck the
The
raid.
strat we saw,
The crystal
so what
always
they
picks
do,
the player closest to the
one of the
center
tanks will
that
get up
bugs
to like
them, and for every
300,000
second the
life,
player soaks the
and
crystal's
then the
energy,
other tank will
they
be
get a
tanking the
stacking
rest of the
debuff
Inferno
called Torment,
blades,
taking
and basically every
increasing
time he's
shard
about to
damage over time.
Decimation Blade, the
These crystals
300,000
stay up
life
for
tank
about 25
taunts him,
seconds,
takes
so
the
you're
hit,
managing
then the other
25
tank
or
taunts him
26
back.
ticks of
That way
torment
it's
on your
not
raiders per
90% of
crystal.
like 1 or 2 million.
We found that unless you have a cooldown, which we'll
Less
talk
stress
about
on
in
the
a
healers.
moment, your soakers shouldn't take more than 12 or 13 stacks, or half the ticks per crystal.
Well, that's why
because
you
any
want to
more
get
than
those
that,
healer
and you'll
stacks up
find that they
as
become
much as
unhealable
possible,
from the amount
because
of damage that the crystal is putting out.
basically one of your heals is
The
doing
general
at least
strat
like
is we assign people
200,000
in
plus
pairs to
heals.
soak
So.
these, one person standing on the crystal for the first half of its duration, and a second swapping in for the second half, with healers paying careful attention to them
Yeah, other
as
than
their
that,
stacks ramp up.
we need to figure out who's going to
Now,
rotate on the
complicating this,
crystal.
and there are a few complications here, is that once a player has soaked the
Afterwards.
torment debuffs and a new player takes over, that first player will get a new debuff called Tormented, increasing their magic damage taken by 500% and reducing their healing done by 50% for 1 minute.
Alright, so yeah, we're gonna. I feel like melee rotating crystal is better, so it's gonna be me, Wevy, and yeah, Alex also, yeah. We just call it out. We're gonna do me first, then Wevy, and then Alex Raza.
Is 3 enough to clear the debuff?
I think so. We only. I think we can hold up to like 8, maybe.
When we were doing it the other day, we needed probably 4 before.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 4. Because once you take it the first time, you get that debuff for 15 seconds or whatever it is. Hey, we could try it.
3 guys only.
Okay.
Because when we were doing it and our raid the other night, Brazen, basically all the DPS were just near melee, and everyone was just kind of forming a lineup. So like one person would be taking the stacks, and as soon as their stacks got too high, they just step out, and the next person that was near would just start taking them automatically.
Okay, yeah, we can do it like that too. You just have to be on the lookout. Whoever starts the crystal first, just say you'll stay on it, and then someone else can go.
Yeah, we would get like 6 or 7 stacks, and then after that, you might start dying. So like you get 6, 7 stacks, step away. As soon as the stacks, like as soon as you stop taking stacks from the crystal, you're gonna get a debuff that increases the magic damage you take. So you cannot get more crystal stacks for, I think it's 20 seconds.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look at the fight so people can kind of get familiar with it.
Yeah, it really helps you just experience it.
Yeah. We can see a little bit of what we need to work on.
Is tank gonna turn him and spot in place there? Or?
Yeah, it's better. Just turn them facing the bridge behind them.
You are forbidden from my master's domain, mortal. Mortals, hurl yourselves into your own demise.
Crystal spawning. Taking it first, level.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm taking next.
Clearing out here in a sec.
I'm on it. I'm on it. Alex. Moving Alex.
Burn beneath my molten fury. Mortals, hurl yourselves into your own
Let me again.
demise.
I'm good to take it.
Dead.
If you're taking any Infernal Blades, use your AMS at that point.
Alex, let me take a second after Webby.
Ready? I can take
Mortals, hurl yourselves into your own demise.
Start us out.
Molten fury. Behold your weakness.
Station coming.
Mortals, hurl yourselves into your own demise. None shall pass. By the Firelord's command,
Yeah, so who was doing the tank healing? Did you kind of understand how that worked?
behold your weakness.
That's basically the whole fight right there. It's the same thing.
How were the crystals going? Were people getting that?
Yeah, we agree.
Yeah, it went really good. We could definitely clean it up a little better, but yeah, the crystal thing we have down. But that's why I was asking the heals too, if you were able to pay attention to how many stacks you had and kind of how to control your mana a little bit with
Seems the
building
get
the
10
stack.
stacks per crystal.
Yeah, I think it's limited by how many stacks the person that's receiving the crystal stacks. Like your healer
yeah.
stacks are limited by that.
Yeah, you have to immediately switch to the next person that goes into getting the crystal, and you have to stay healing only the people on the crystal, because if you heal anyone else, it'll like lock in whatever amount of stacks you already have.
And also, whoever is healing the crystal person to build stacks, it cannot be a hot. It has to be a direct heal in order to get a stack.
Yeah.
But the more stacks they have, the more stacks you get for healing them too.
Yeah, so it is a little better to expend some mana right there as needed to get those stacks, but yeah.
You did a couple.
Other than that, it
reads
looked like
ahead,
it's going pretty
but
good.
again,
So.
cheap.
Yeah, because I think Raisin, would you get up to that one time like 70 or 80 healing me?
Yep, I did. That was good for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, this fight is an intense healer mechanic fight.
Basically a healer tech fire.
So can heal tanks between
yeah,
crystals
so,
without penalty if I'm remembering it right.
Whoever gets this crystal spawned on them, just stay on it, and next person that's gonna go in on it, try to communicate it and say you're going in on it, so no one else.
Hey, Siglinda, if you build your stacks and you're healing the tank, if you pop off and heal anyone else, it's going to clear your stacks.
No, he can still heal the. You can only heal the tank, or the tank that's currently tanking the boss, and the first people on the crystals. Yeah. I found that out that you can do it like that too.
But yeah, if you're healing anyone that's not on the crystal then, or the tank, then your stacks are clear.
UD is.
Yeah, they're